Shows. Welcome back to the channel, and you're here at Spread It at Shows. So today I want to do a quick DIY with you all. This is very easy. Anybody can do it as long as you follow along. The DIY that we are going to do today is a quick pin board, which is right behind me. I've been looking for a pin board or a cork board for quite some time now, and recently I went to Target and I did see a cork board. I think it was like an 11 by 14 size. It was like tiny, and that was $49.99, and anything bigger than that was even more. I don't know why it's so expensive for a pin board or a cork board, so I decided to make my own. Anyway, from Target, I took myself to Home Goods and I bought myself some supplies so I can create this. The one behind me is my design board. That's what I'm calling it. Some people will call it pin board, cork board, bulletin board, mood board, however you want to call it. But for me, it's going to be my design board. And I am a very visual person. So when I am working on projects at home, any type of DIY that I am doing, I like to be able to see the inspiration, whether it's paint swatches or whatever it may be. I like to put it, you can call it kind of like a live Pinterest board, but for me, I like to see it and be able to feel it as well. Not only am I visual, but I'm very tactile too. So that's what we're gonna do today. Without further ado, let's get started. So some of the supplies that you're gonna need first is plywood. For mine, I got the 1/8 thick plywood, and it's a 2x4. Second supply you're gonna need is a foam board or an insulation board. These two are 2x2, so I got 2 of them to fit in this 2x4 plywood. And these are $9.99 each. The plywood itself was $6. You'll also need a heavy stapler, the canvas cloth, or any kind of cloth you prefer. Also a glue stick or a glue gun, an adhesive spray, of course some hanging hooks that you'll install on the back of the pin board, as well as the wire. For my preference, I want to use the wire to hang the pin board on the wall. And lastly, you will need some kind of framing or frame molding. So I do want to add a little bit of style, and so I am planning to put a wooden frame around it. All right, so to make this quick and easy, budget-friendly, and super customizable pin board or design board, first, step 1 of this project, you want to spray your plywood with an adhesive so the foam board can properly adhere to it. You can use a spray adhesive, a hot glue gun, or the crafting glue like an E6000. In my case, I'm using a combination of both, so I am putting hot glue gun or hot glue sticks, melting glue on the plywood, and then I'm also using the E6000 crafting glue. Step 2, you want to lay the foam board on top of the plywood and press it down firmly to make sure it's fully secure. Of course, you're gonna let that dry, so just put it aside for now. And step 3, for the fabric, I'm using canvas cloth for this pin board so it can handle pins being inserted multiple times without tearing. If you bought the right size for it, great. In my case, I do need to cut this to size to ensure that I have enough coverage for my pin board. I did buy 2 yards of this canvas cloth, and I believe it was $5.99 per yard for this one. Now, once you cut the cloth to size, you want to drape the fabric over the foam board, then flip it over and staple the fabric to the back of the plywood. As you staple, pull the fabric tight to avoid wrinkles or creases. Once it's fully stapled, the front should look smooth and clean, just like this. Now for optional upgrade, I also made a simple wood frame to add some visual interest and character to my design board. Originally, I was planning to frame all of the 4 sides, but I accidentally cut one of the pieces too short, and I didn't have enough frame molding, and I didn't buy extra to ensure I have enough. So instead of going back to Home Depot, I decided to lay the frame directly on top of the board. But before I attached the frame molding on top of the board, I wanted to warm up the wood because originally the wood was very light and yellow, so I stained it using coffee. It's a quick, organic option, and it added just the right amount of warmth without another stove run. To attach the wooden frame to the pin board, once it was completely dry, I am using the glue E6000, and as you see here, I am applying the glue all the way on top of the pin board, and will also be applying it on the back of the wooden frame. Lastly, I'm going to use a heavy weight. In my case, I'm using my centerpiece just like so, and put it on top of the frame and wait for it to dry to ensure that it attaches. The last step of this project is installing the hanging hooks. So I first measured how far I want to install the hooks on the back of the pin board. I am installing 2 of these on each side, left and right, to make sure that it's balanced. And then I'm attaching a hanging wire on these 2 hooks for easy hanging. Alright, that is it guys. I told you it was quick and easy. Anybody can do it. So if you decide to do one for yourself, please let me know in the comments below. Let me know how long it took you, what kind of materials you used. I would love to see your comments if you end up creating one for yourself. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. If you did find value in this video, please go ahead, like and subscribe. And until then, I will see you on my next one. Bye guys.